Mr. Pop. Dark.
When the little birds are nesting, and I listen to them croon, there's two lonesome people in the whole wide world. That's me and the man in the moon.
Johnny Spud says it sounds okay, so I'm going to trust him that it's perfect and great.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you. And with that, we can welcome you all to this very special card preview. Hello, friends, and welcome to Miskatonic University Radio, podcast exploring fantasy playing games as Arkham card game. I'm Dane.
I'm Ben.
I'm Harrison.
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. As you may have guessed, we have there with you the upcoming Mythos back, Devil Reef. So we can just jump right into it, right? I mean, there's nothing else to preface. We've been dropping hints of excitement because the art is done by none other than the wonderful Adam S. Doyle, who's done many a Netrunner card and has a place in Dan and I's hearts for sure.
Also done many Arkham cards, as well as a lot of other dope art. I don't know. We were trying a new way to tease it. I'm sure everyone figured it out because it's spoiler time. But
so I guess that's also worth a mention. You may have noticed a distinct lack of Dan in this stream. Dan is busy doing math things and actually not at all doing.
I don't think he's doing math things.
He's on a plane, maybe.
Is he on a plane?
On a plane? Who knows?
I assumed he had some type of technology where like he would step inside, but it was like a giant bubble, like through like and just float across the country to be protected. Maybe led by like 4 or 5 drones dragging the bubble.
That's the socially responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
But we took an RV like jerks.
Yeah. But I know Dan today.
We didn't do that anytime recently.
But he did send us a recording of his thoughts on the card, which we'll play near the end. So, all right. Well, and of course, why don't we go ahead and show the card, which I guess is my job. I got to click the slide. Great. All right. So we got the butterfly effect. This is a survivor card from the upcoming Devil Reef. It is a cost 0 event, level 1, with a wild icon on it. It is Paradox, Blessed and Cursed. MJ's really going hard on the paradoxes this cycle.
Sure is.
It's fast. Play when a chaos token with a symbol is revealed during a skill test at your location before resolving its effects. You, the performing investigator, may either commit a card to the skill test or return a card they committed to this test to their hand. So it's a little bit, I guess it's a little bit like Silas's ability.
It's like Silas's ability. It's more versatile in one way and more limited. So Silas basically can commit a skill card and then pull it back, but this actually allows you to, after seeing the result, commit a card, which is really nice. And then the limited factor here is that when a chaos token with a symbol is revealed, so it has to be with a symbol. So it's hard to evaluate in that sense. It is one experience, so it's not like you can just put this in a level 0 deck and call it a day. This is something that you might want to have in your deck for a specific reason.
Yeah, so Gado asked if it included the Bless and Curse token. So if you go really hard on Blessing as a survivor, that'll pop it.
Yeah, so before even the advent of Curse tokens, they had the Mystic cards that functioned off of the spooky tokens, as we call them, the Skull, Cultist, Elder Thing. I think that's it, right?
No.
An auto-fail.
Yeah. The tablet.
And the tablet. That's right. Right. So, but these now it just kind of encapsulates that symbols. So anything that's not a number. So that includes Blessed and Curse tokens, right?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a little more broad. It also includes the Elder Sign. Yeah, Elder Sign, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
like
right.
it's not just the usually bad spooky tokens. So
sure, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. If you're going hard on the Blessed Curse tokens, then you're more likely to be able to play this card. It's just
That's true.
it's just yeah, I don't know, this is a hard card to comment on. I mean, it is cost 0 and it is fast, so usually those two things make us think, oh, this you always got to consider that, because it's basically free to play, right?
Yeah.
I guess that this protects you from, much like Silas's effect, it maybe protects you from overcommitting or undercommitting. I guess particularly on like harder difficulties where like the spooky symbols can get really bad. Or maybe you're going really hard on curse tokens and you're worried about like chaining three or four curse tokens, and then so you overcommit with overpower or some larger skill card, and this will let you yank that back. Or it does the opposite, right?
I think yeah.
It allows you to put in an extra card if you need to. Like if you're already committed like a vicious blow or something, and you're in a scenario where like the skull is like a -8 for whatever reason, and you see that you got the -8 and you down 2 or 3 or something like that, you could throw in an unexpected courage at the last second to save your combat or whatever.
I think this is pretty good for like the oops, like look what I found and dumb lucks. Like if you like really want to kind of play with that with like fail by 2, you can kind of have a little bit more control over that, but I don't by then
like
you'd using 1 or 2 cards.
It's weird that this is like either before or after, because I feel like one or the other would be good enough. That's why I'm trying. That part is kind of puzzling me, because you either like use it to overcommit or undercommit. I don't know. I guess it's like you commit and you're like, oh, I'm gonna only commit to pass by 2, and then I have this in case I draw a -3 or something, so I don't have to commit something to that. So
yeah,
and it's only a level 1, so it's pretty easy to pick up if you need something to spare. So this isn't like Exile or something. Usually anything cheap in Survivor Exiles, but
I mean, I think that there's one benefit in that like you could force a Take Heart to actually not like pull the Elder Sign out. Like
that's true.
No, the elder sign is pulled. So
it is a counter to Cane Heart. Yeah, it's just weird because I feel like it's a card that's helping you to protect against like wasting other resources. But we already have cards like we have like Lucky. Like Lucky level 3 exists, which I guess only survivors can take, but that kind of does the same thing in my mind. But it's also lets you draw a card, and I don't know. I guess it costs more experience.
It's not even that, like if you're playing the Forgotten Age and you draw the -5, like everybody here I'm sure has experienced the misery of.
Yeah.
This can't save you from that because it only saves you from bad symbols.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like it's tough. Like sometimes when you're poisoned and you draw sometimes that just is an auto fail. Or if you're playing Egypt and you get the tablet, that just negates all bonuses to whatever stat you're testing. But so that might help there. But like,
do we have a lot any skill cards that like trigger off of spooky symbols? Like precedent what is the Jacqueline card that's like choose even odd or symbol? Like maybe we'll see stuff in this cycle that's like, oh, here's a skill card. If you reveal a blessed token or a curse token during this test, then it triggers something. So maybe this will combo a little better with those. Yeah. I feel like I just feel like on its own it's really hard to like just say place it, but I could see it comboing in some weird way with Blessed Terse. It does have those words right on the card. So, oh wait, Mateo can use it because it's blessed. Is it key to some type of super Mateo deck? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Jury's out on that one, but
I don't know.
Harrison actually pointed out a cool thing when we first viewed it. Amanda, if you use it in conjunction with Amanda, if you're on a team with Amanda, and like for example, I'm playing Survivor Tony. If I were to take this and commit it to the last test that Amanda has during a turn, this would scoop. She can choose anyway to scoop the card back up from under her, back in her, like save it, for next time or whatever. Or even if it was during the Mythos test where she right before she would discard that card and put another one under her.
Yeah, you're right.
Back up. She can't do it herself, which is kind of a limiter, but
yeah, promise of power back.
I mean, or your deduction 2, or your perception 2, or she's got a bunch of cards that maybe she wanted to use. That's an interesting thought. It's just like the Amanda experience I've had so far is with Dan, and he is playing her, and he just like draws through her deck so crazy fast that I mean, it's not. I guess it's not Amanda crazy pre-taboo fast, but it's fast enough that like I don't know if it's necessary to preserve the skill cards. Like I wouldn't play this just for that, but it is like kind of a nice side benefit.
How how does this work with the Ancient Covenant? So when you draw a symbol, which you will be doing with the Ancient Covenant, if you committed, you can just pull it back, the things that you had hoped to use to help you pass? Because you will probably pass with the Ancient Covenant.
You
I
just
I don't
resolve the
I
Reef
don't
token.
I don't remember which
then
one is Ancient Covenant. Is that the good one? Is that the Guardian one?
No,
That's
the red one.
Sacred Covenant or
So
something.
I think you just stop. You don't have to draw again after your uh, blast token.
Yeah.
Oh, here I found it. So it's the red one. Yeah. So yeah, that doesn't cancel it or anything. So it's you still revealed it. So you could trigger this on that. So if you draw a
And
blessed
then
token, you could trigger Ancient Covenant, and then if you committed something to the test, you like, oh, I'm gonna pull that back now or something.
use this
Yeah.
card to pull back another card.
Yeah.
While this card already has a question mark on it, so I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. I like the art on it. Art's pretty great. We talked
Again,
about
it's-
Adam S. Doyle. He has lots of this cool like really I don't know. It's psychedelics, maybe not the right word, but it's like this style of art where it's really colorful and abstract.
Yeah, I threw his website in the chat here. His stuff is great. Like we mentioned earlier, he's done stuff for Fantasy Flight for a very, very long time now. Fantastic, ethereal, sort of surreal kind of art that worked very well in Netrunner and works very well here. Butterfly effect being a really interesting mathematical concept, I think, like chaos theory and all that.
Yeah.
But
That's right. You know what we do? We should listen to Dan's video that he provided to me.
oh yeah,
I have not watched this video because I was instructed not to, and I trust Dan that it's not going to be something crazy. I think other people disregarded that and may have watched it already, but they haven't told me not to not play it. So that means it's probably at least a little safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna
all right.
see what happens here.
Here's Dan's thoughts on
Chaos theory is a branch of mathematics focusing on the study of chaos, states of dynamical systems whose apparently random states of disorder and irregularities are often governed by deterministic laws that are highly sensitive to initial conditions.
Oh no.
In a simple dynamical system, small changes in the initial state cause small, predictable changes in later states. But in a chaotic system, later states are highly sensitive to initial conditions in an unpredictable way, despite the deterministic nature of the system. This phenomenon is called the butterfly effect, because it is said that observable characteristics of a massive hurricane are sensitive to the tiniest perturbations in the atmosphere, even from a distant butterfly flapping its wings weeks ago. Anyway, this card seems kind of bad, but the title is a reference to math stuff and it's got that sweet ASD art. So actually it's great.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan, for that input.
Wonderful video, Dan.
I thought that was just gonna be a listing of what the butterfly effect was. And I was like, great, why are we playing this? All right.
Now that you know the mathematical side of it, the mathematical background behind this wonderful card, and Dan's thoughts about it. Again, the art being by Adam S. Doyle, it referring to mathematical things is fantastic. Who are you guys gonna play this in? I mean,
It was so serious for like 45 seconds, and then it transitioned. All right. Go ahead, Dane.
Like Min or something. Silas, maybe. People who care about like saving their skill cards and gaining the advantage that way.
Sorry, it sounded like you were doing an outro to ask people what their thoughts on it. I was just laughing over here.
What are your thoughts in the chat?
So everybody, how do you feel about the spoiler? It's always a great time having you guys here. This one specifically, we hope that you guys enjoy and figure out a cool deck for it to go into. So if you want to talk with us further about these kinds of cards, deck building or otherwise, reach back out to us on Facebook, Reddit, wherever you guys listen to podcasts, or email us at comments@mur.fm. We'll always be available there. Thanks for listening, everybody. Stay safe, and we will catch you all next time.
Bye. You know what I haven't put on this? You know what I haven't put on this slideshow yet? I haven't put like our Discord on there. I don't know how to actually do that without an invite leak. But we have a Discord now.
A Bitly or something for the.
Yeah, I should figure that out so then we can advertise there. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. So thanks everyone for joining us.